Okay. Okay, we are here. Welcome everybody. I can see we already have some folks on. We're just getting our things, everything situated. All right, here we go. So I am excited to be here with Amber Sanders. So for those that are here, my name is Trisha Deming. Amber Sanders is here with me. We are excited to be here together tonight to share a little bit more about Paw Tree, about our company, about our products. And so I'm going to let Amber actually start. Now, Amber, you are lucky to have her here today. I love Amber so much. I'm so glad she gets to start us off here. She's going to kick us off, but I really appreciate everything that she's done for not only me being a wonderful business partner and friend, but also for the company. So this is why you're so lucky, because this is someone that really has paved the way for Paw Tree, that's really shown us what is possible. She is made to the top of the compensation plan. She's one of the top earners of the company. She's got the top team in the company. I mean, she really is rocking and rolling. So we're just really lucky and fortunate to have her with us, and especially to have her get us started. So Amber, I'll let you start, and then we'll just kind of go from there. We'll take turns going back and forth and share a little bit more. So go ahead, Amber. Thanks so much for being here.
Well, thank you. That was so sweet. Thank you for those kind words. And really, I'm just grateful to be here with all of you and with you, Trisha, as well. I'll give you a proper introduction in just a minute so you guys know a little bit more about her. But we're going to start by with this first slide that you see in front of you to kind of highlight, what Paw Tree really has to offer. And as you see here, it says every success story starts with a first step. And what will your story be? So think about these questions, and I'll kind of tell you my story, a little bit about what I have experienced so far, and what made me decide to take that first step. But this first question, it says, how would you spend your time if you had an extra 10 hours a week? Maybe time is the thing you're looking for. Maybe you have a 9-to-5 job. Maybe you work longer than that. It's incredible to me how many people I run into that work longer than 8 hours a day. Maybe they work 4 days a week and it's 12 hours and it really is exhausting to them. But how, maybe time is your thing. So what would you do if you had an extra 10 hours a week that you weren't at work? How would you spend an extra $1,000 a year, month, or each week? For example, my husband, he had to get a new truck this week. Actually, 2 days ago, we just got a new truck, and I know it's a long story. He didn't his other truck was only 4 years old. They said, you need a new one because something about this German engine and these trucks, and it's not safe. And so we had to go get a new truck, but we were fine with that. So that's kind of nice. It wasn't traumatizing. We were able to go and get that taken care of. But I know that $1,000 each month is a really nice car payment, and it can be a mortgage payment for some people. So what would you do with that extra $1,000, whether it's, each year, month, or week? What amount of money would make a difference in your life? Maybe you're thinking even $200 a month would make a big difference. I know there's somebody that I work with now that there was a time where she said, I just need new contacts. If I can, things are tight right now. If I can just get some new contacts out and be able to do some school shopping for my kids. And so we've been working together ever since. And what, maybe you're thinking, well, I want career income, and that's great too. Trisha is a perfect example of somebody who made a complete career change, and I am making career income as well. If time and money were not an issue, what would your legacy be? Sometimes you're thinking, oh gosh, I would love to go on those trips that it seems like everyone else is going on trips like this, and I would like to as well. Maybe you would like to move into a different neighborhood, just have some more choices and options in your life. So think about what some of those things would be. And then down below it says, envision a life you love, now live it. And I think that's really important and powerful, because sometimes, I remember in my 20s, I had this life that I was going to live in my head. And then my 20s came and went. And then I was in my 30s, and that's when I was introduced to Paw Tree. And I thought, wow, maybe this is going to be that opportunity for me that's going to help me live the life I had envisioned. And my story is that, I wanted something for me. You might not be able to relate to this. Maybe you can. But I really didn't have anything. I graduated from high school. I got married young. I never finished college. I supported my husband in a career of his own and getting an advanced degree, and I never did anything. So I felt like I want something for me. The other thing too is I was young when I got married. I really hadn't had a lot of experiences in my life. I was really anxious, very shy. If I was in a group of over 3 people, it made me really nervous. And I've overcome a lot of things personally because of this growth opportunity, not just in income, but knowledge and experiences as well. So I'm really, really grateful for that. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. So the numbers are in your favor. This slide is one of my favorite things to highlight. It says the first step to success is finding the right opportunity. Being a part of the Paw Tree family allows you to tap into a recession-proof industry with unprecedented possibilities. And I love that they put this recession-proof industry, because we actually talked about before, in the beginning of 2020, we would talk about how in 2009, the pet industry continued to grow during that recession, where other industries, didn't do as well. And so we would say, we're pretty sure it's recession proof. Well, guess what? We are in this, in our current situation, we are experiencing just that. So once COVID kind of started, impacting our lives, our businesses started to grow, and we've had incredible growth. So that is true that we are experiencing right now, which is exciting. But you see the numbers below. It talks about these categories in in the direct sales industry and in the industry as a whole. Well, in the industry as a whole, actually. So weight management and well-being, 5.7 billion. Then we have skin care at 21 billion, dietary supplements at 30, beauty and personal care almost 93, and then pets is the biggest. That's really exciting to see, because we are a company that's in a space that we don't really have anybody else that has put the direct selling model and this $99 billion industry together in a compelling way. So what that means is, here we are, and we are able to grow and share, and people are rewarded instead of big advertisers and commercial companies, that kind of stuff. People are rewarded for sharing, and it's exciting to have that opportunity. Position yourself as an entrepreneur in a $99 billion and growing industry to be more, to do more, and have more. And I bet a lot of you are looking at these other categories and saying, oh, I know someone in dietary supplements and vitamins. I know someone in beauty and personal care. I know someone in skincare. I support 2 people in skincare. I support 1 in dietary supplements and vitamins. Beauty and personal care, I don't have anybody right now. And the weight management, I have 1 person as well. So it's kind of interesting that, that's very familiar to us, but this pet space is newer. We're kind of the new kids on the block. So it's really exciting. Okay, let's move on to this next slide. So the Paw Tree Story, this is something that I think will touch all of us, as if you're here, most likely you're a pet lover just like me. I have 2 dogs and a cat that I love. They're a part of our family, very important part of our lives. And so this is what made me decide to give this a try, actually. And it's the Paw Tree Story. And the man pictured here, his name is Roger Morgan. So I'm going to read what this says. With almost 2 decades of experience as a CEO in the pet industry, our founder, Roger Morgan, experienced firsthand the negative impact of companies compromising quality and putting profits before pets. As a result, he founded Paw Tree to serve pets and people first by delivering high quality, uncompromising products through relationships based on trust rather than big box stores. So I know that when I was introduced to Paw Tree, I thought, I want quality. You better believe it. And actually, my oldest dog, Jack, he's 10 now. He was 4 at the time. And I had him on a brand that my father-in-law, he's actually a veterinarian, and he always said, you get what you pay for in pet food. And he wouldn't recommend a brand because he knew that things changed a lot in that space. So he would just tell his clients, unless they had to be on a prescription diet for some reason, he would say, just know you get what you pay for in pet food. So what I would do is I would go to PetSmart and I would say, okay, what's the most important and most expensive food there? And that's actually what I chose because of what he said. And because I had, I worked with him. Actually, that's how I met my husband. And I experienced firsthand, you could see the difference in pets that were fed a high quality diet and low quality. You could tell by their skin and coat. You could tell by their teeth and gums. It was very common. Maybe they had loose stool a lot, and so they would need their anal glands expressed. That's no fun to talk about, but it's the truth. And so I saw it firsthand. And so I would go and buy the most expensive thing. Well, the interesting thing is, I also, the recipe that my dog was on, he was on a brand named Wellness. I think it's a great brand still. I haven't compared with Paw Tree because it's been so long, but I remember thinking, okay, this is what I had chosen for whatever reason. The price was higher. I liked the ingredients at the time. And the interesting thing is my dog didn't like it. He just didn't like it. I still fed it and I would do what I could for him to, to eat it, but he just didn't like it. So that was one of my experiences with, a high quality brand. It just wasn't as palatable. I was introduced to Paw Tree, and my dog Jack, he loves it. He loves Paw Tree, and then I have another dog too, and he loves it as well. So that's a little bit of my experience with quality and uncompromising quality on top of it. And I love this below. It says, we exceed industry standards by simply living up to our own because compromise is out of the question. So that is what sold me on Paw Tree to start. And that is why I'm here today with you all. And hopefully that's why you're here too. So I am now going to introduce Trisha. So Trisha Deming, she is actually the one that introduced me to Paw Tree. She is the one I've been following in her footsteps from the start. And she has been the most cherished friend and mentor I could ever ask for. And I'm not going to say anymore because I'm actually getting emotional, and I usually don't do this. We do this every week and that doesn't happen. But she really is such a close and dear friend. We've been through a lot together, and in growing. This is a business that you do have to put work and effort into, and it's not every day. Not every day is a party. It's very fulfilling and very fun. But anyway, I just appreciate you so much. So I'm glad it's an honor to be here with you.
Well, you as well. You're so sweet. That really is, it's very touching because it's very true. We've had many good days and some hard days, and we laugh about the beginning, and it's been really fun. So that's just one of the added benefits of joining a company like this, that we started as strangers. We didn't know each other. We had a mutual friend, and here we are, really close friends now and business partners. So it can bring a lot more than an income. That's the beauty of this business. So thank you, Amber, for that introduction. That's very kind. And I loved hearing about your experience with Jack and your father-in-law too. So that was a really great perspective. I appreciate that. So, where we talked about Roger and why he started what he started, compromise was out of the question. And so, that leads us to our products. And that starts with this promise that he says here, this is what his whole company, the foundation was built on, was this promise right here, that Paw Tree promise, that real meat, poultry, or fish is the first ingredient in the pet food. There's no poultry byproducts. There's no corn, no wheat, no soy. There's no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. It's developed by veterinarians and nutritionists, and it's made here in the USA. So I love that. I mean, it says here, we promise not to compromise quality because your pet's health is important to us. We exceed industry standards by simply living up to our own. So let's go to this next one here. I'm having a trouble. There we go. So here's what we have. This is what you may or may not know about our brand Paw Tree, that we have a full line of nutritional products, wholesome, holistic products for dogs and for cats. So you can see just some of our products here. We have seasonings, pet food seasonings. Maybe you've tried some of those before. Those are a really popular item. We have really great nutritious treats, limited ingredient treats that I love. Our pets love. They go crazy for. Health and wellness products, solution sets, toys, cat food, dog food, potty training, and waste management. And here's what I love about our products too. There's 100% satisfaction guarantee. So there's really no risk in trying, because I'm confident many of you have been to the pet store before and you're looking at different brands and you're wondering, okay, I like this, the packaging's cute, or I like this one, it's a great price, but is my pet gonna like it? And do you have the option to return it? No, you don't, but here we do. There is no risk in trying any of our products. If you're not satisfied, we'll simply give you a refund. It's that simple. So you can have confidence in what you're trying for your pets. So let's talk a little bit more about what we do. What are we doing with these products? And we have real solutions for real issues. I like to highlight a few things from this list because I bet many of you have experienced something on this list. This is what we do every day. We talk to pet owners about this very list. Do you have a pet with aches and discomfort? Do you have a pet with bad gas or bad breath? Do you have a pet with any sort of digestive issue or dry skin, dull coat, excessive shedding? Do you have a puppy? Do you have a pet with red irritated skin? Are they having accidents in the house? Do you have a picky eater? I mean, you can see this list has many, many things that, again, I'm sure look familiar to you in one way or another. And that's what we do. We have solutions. If you see something on here that looks familiar, we have a solution for it. So really, truly great products with 100% satisfaction guarantee, ships right to your door. And we take the guesswork out. We like to say that too, that we can tell you exactly what your pet will need and will help solve for all these issues or prevent them from happening. It keeps them from having issues that may come up down the road. So let's go on to this slide, and I'm going to turn it back over to Amber. We're going to kind of breeze through these next ones. So Amber, you go ahead and start from here.
Okay, so this slide is pretty much what we do as pet pros. And it says we've simplified entrepreneurship. And it really is true, because there are just 3 steps to what we do. We talk. How many times do you talk about your pet with other people? It's so fun. It's so fun to do that and share pictures and stories and just talk about our pets. It's something it kind of comes naturally. And whenever you bring up someone else's pet, their eyes light up, and then walls kind of come down because you have this commonality. And pet people have big hearts, so it's really fun to talk about other people's pets. So that's all we do, is we have these conversations that are pretty natural. And then the second thing is you share. So Trisha just highlighted our products, some of them, and what they do. And you just talk about, hey, there's this incredible pet nutrition company that I'm a part of. I think you'd really like that. Would you like to try some samples, or would you like to know more? Can I send you a video or something like that? It's just sharing pawTree with others. What makes you excited about pawTree? Well, experiencing our products, you will become excited. There will be something that you're excited to talk about and share. So that's what you'll do, is you'll just share that story. And then the third thing is you ask. So it says here, I love this because it says under the ask, magnify your impact and income by empowering others to build a business doing the same. So this is focused on letting other people have the opportunity to earn income from sharing. It can also just be maybe they just need something for their pet, and it would be more of they would just like to purchase some things from you. So there are 2 parts to it, and it's just asking, hey, do you want to try something? Or, hey, do you want to do this with me? I think it would be really fun. Just like Trisha and I highlighted, we grew this together, and here we are now 6 years later. So there are 2 parts to the ask, but that's pretty much it. Talk, share, and ask. And so look down below. This is really important, actually. It says no inventory required. You are not required to have a room dedicated to pawTree. You do not need anything. As a matter of fact, right when you sign up to be a pet pro, you have the ability to share your link and some videos, and they're attached to you, and you can make sales right away. The other thing too is there's no income cap. So Trisha, if you don't mind, I'm gonna share a really brief experience. I have 5 kids. One time I went to school with them, and I was volunteering for, I think it was an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours tops. And I was there, and it was first grade. I'll never forget it because I love that teacher. We're still good friends today. And I was sitting in the class, and by the end of that hour, I was exhausted. And I think I had more time to be there. And I was looking at her thinking, oh my gosh, how does she do this every single day? Because it's like, hey, help me. I need this. Can I go to the bathroom? So-and-so's pulling my hair, whatever it was. And I remember looking at her and thinking, wow, she does this every single day, and she gets paid the same every single year. And I sat there, and I had only been working pawTree for maybe 2 years or something like that. And I remember thinking, I am so glad that I am doing something that I can increase my income as much as I want. It was kind of an epiphany for me that day, how much I loved that, because I was exhausted in that situation. And she had come back year after year after year, same thing over and over and over again. Can you imagine if we said, okay, if you come back every year, every day you show up to your job, Mrs. Hamilton, that's her name, Mrs. Hamilton, then you can actually have 10,000 more every single year. I think it would be awesome. I think we'd have more teachers in that, they're excited to show up every year. So anyway, I love no income cap, and then no experience necessary. That was me. I had never sold. I'd never been in even a retail environment in my life. So that was me, no experience. And I've learned a lot, but it's really fun. I think sales are super fun once you learn what it means, and even more fun once you get that feedback saying, thank you, this has helped so much. And people look to you as a resource to help them, it really is, it makes you just, your heart feel good. So anyway, okay, what's next? Okay, you have residual bills. Why not have residual income? So with Paw Tree, you can stop trading time for money and instead create an income that will serve you long after the initial work is done. And then I'm just going to stop there because it really is true. It's so nice that from the time I've started, I put in the same amount of time. I started with not very many hours that I was working, built up gradually, but I'm kind of at this point where I just work the same. I work the same thing, but my income keeps going up, kind of like that teacher example that I shared. She shows up every day, every year, same amount that she's earning. But our income keeps going up because there's, once a customer is your customer, they're your customer for life. So you just keep gathering these customers and, team members that want to do this as well and share this opportunity. And then your income just keeps growing. So that's really neat. So because our products keep pets happy and healthy, 85% of our sales come from recurring orders, meaning your customers will order again and again. So with the Paw Tree, you can continue to earn up to 35% commissions well after the initial sale. We have consumable products, so that 35% is actually really high for a consumable product commission. So that's one thing that I wanted to highlight. And then the second thing is that 85% of recurring orders, that doesn't include people that are just retail customers. They might not have a recurring order set up, but they will continue to order just by choice. So that number, some of you might be thinking only 85%. Well, 85 is really great. And that doesn't include people that reorder just whenever they decide they want to, and they just choose not to have a recurring order set up. So the last little bit, this means that you get paid whether you're working, on vacation, or doing whatever you love most. And I love this last part as well. It says, now you don't have to let making a living prevent you from making a life. And then of course they have a picture of a lady laying on the beach because wouldn't we all love to be there right now? Okay, so this is my last, right? My last slide. Okay, I'm talking a little too much. As you can tell, you guys, I took a nap today. And so I have lots of energy right now that I usually don't have this time of day. So the power of residual income, let's talk about that. So if you get one $75 monthly customer that puts their order on Easy Ship, and you do that every week, then at the end of the year, after 12 months, you will have $3,900 in monthly sales. And then when you qualify at the top commission at 35%, you would have $1,365 in your pocket. And the cool thing is, you know how I highlighted that you're doing the same amount of work week after week, month after month? That is the same amount of work week after week, month after month, but you're getting $1,365. And if you want to do it more, you can. And just imagine if instead of one a week, you have 5 or 10 or even more, 20. 20 would be amazing as well. So it depends on, how much time and effort you put into that, but it's something that you can do, and you can control how much money you are earning. You can decide, okay, what do I want to earn and what is that going to take? Okay, Trisha, I'm going to turn it over to you now.
Okay. We love highlighting example stories, right? We've shared some of our own and we'll highlight some others, some testimonials from people just like you. So I'll start with Kathy, who worked over 25 years as a professional to earn a good pension. After working our Paw Tree business for only 3.5 years, our Paw Tree monthly commissions have now exceeded her monthly pension check. So that's Mike and Kathy from Arizona. Is that not powerful? Work 25 years to earn a pension, work 3.5 years to earn the same, and then exceed that. I think that's just really exciting. So fun for them. Here's another one, Joey from Michigan. She says, before Paw Tree, I was overworked, underpaid, and longed for freedom. With Paw Tree, I found my people. I'm praised and rewarded for my efforts. I know for me as a mom, when I am focusing on my motherly duties, I don't have anyone telling me, you did such a good job changing that diaper. You made the most delicious meal. We don't get praised for that. So if you're a mom and you can relate to that, not getting praised for any of your efforts, I certainly relate to that and to Joey's example here. So she loves the business rewards her for her efforts and what she does. And then last we'll read Holly's here. Holly from Florida. She says, I was blessed that my Paw Tree business could travel with me. It can be done anywhere. So Holly had a big move from one part of the United States to the other, and she was able to take that business with her. She didn't lose her clientele. She didn't have to say, sorry, I'm closed. She just picked the business up, took it to a new destination in Florida and is doing remarkably well there as well. We have a lot of military spouses that they travel a lot too, as their husband or wife moves, they move too, and they're able to take this business with them. So what a blessing for them as well. So here's an example of your fast path to 2000. So Amber highlighted in the beginning, what would you do with an extra $1,000 a month? What would you do with 2,000? What would you do with an extra $2,000? I can spend that in a matter of minutes, right? There's a lot we could do with $2,000. So here's how that works. So you enroll as a pet pro, and we have what we call a fast start period. So within your fast start period, which is your enrollment month and the 3 months following, you would achieve these different bonuses that are outlined here: senior pet pro, director, senior director. Okay, so that's a total of $375 in bonuses. So this does not include commissions. This is just bonuses. So if you do that in your fast start period, then the goal would be to just find 3 other people to do the same thing. That will give you get matching bonuses for helping them achieve their bonuses. So now your new bonus total is $1,500. And at that point, you've qualified for what we call VP. That's a rank. Then you get a $500 bonus for reaching that rank as well. So altogether, $2,000. And that's, again, what would you do with that? Christmas is coming up. We've got the holidays. We had a really expensive summer. We just traveled and played and did a lot of fun things. So, there's a lot that we could do with that 2,000, I'm sure. So, and just want to, disclaimer here that it's based on your individual performance naturally, right? It does take effort. Amber and I talked about this in the beginning. There's good days, there's hard days, there's great days. So, there's not a guarantee, but this certainly has been done. I was just talking with someone today this is happening for them, and they've made already their bonuses. They're working towards helping others do the same. So it's really exciting. It's something that is that we see happening often. So here's where we talk about, that next step, and you're really close to a different life. And Amber shared hers in the beginning, and mine too. I had a similar story, that I really was wanting more, needing more. And so my first step was to jump right in and get started. And so what does that mean? If you're like, yes, this sounds like something I want to do, but what does that mean? What is that step? Well, let's tell you some things that you would have in support for you. So one, we'll support you with no inventory, as Amber already mentioned. So we ship direct to the consumer. Paw Tree does, out of Texas. So you don't have to handle any of the deliveries. You get your own personal replicated e-commerce website. So that's something Amber also highlighted, that it's something you can start sharing right away. You enroll today, 5 minutes later, you could have your first customer, which we see too. People like, my mom has got to try this. My sister has to try this. Right away, you can start earning an income. So you get your own personal website. You get online training to learn things at your own pace. We have something called Paw Tree University. So you get to enroll and take courses as you see fit, what fits with your schedule. So it's very much at your own pace, but gives you everything you need to be successful. It truly is a university. We have, professional marketing tools as well. We have an app that allows you to share images and share website links and things that direct right to you. So that makes sharing really simple. And then, of course, the community, right? We've got a whole community of pet pros across the US that are there to support you, cheer you on, Facebook groups, and just a lot of things that are happening throughout the week and month just to help you feel like you're part of one giant happy family. That's truly what we are. We're just a Paw Tree happy family. So remember that every success story starts with that first step. And that's where I'm going to turn it back over to Amber for a second, and she's going to talk about what that step is. So Amber, go ahead and share these kits.
So the first step is, what does it take to get started? Well, it's an enrollment kit. So there are 3, well, technically 4 kits that you can choose from. The first one is, we call it the Simple Enrollment Kit, and it is $29.99. It is over half of what it's worth, but it comes with, your replicated website and free training, and it has fast start training materials and some samples in there as well for you to share with other people. So that's the first kit. And if this is, if this is all you can do, then that's great. We would love to have you join us. But this is our most popular kit, and I'll tell you why it's most popular. A lot of people look at it and they're like, oh, the cost is going up. Well, there's a reason for it. So the easiest way to try our products at a discount is actually to get the basic product pack. And there's a dog one and there's a cat one. We're looking at the dog one right now, as you can see. And it is, again, it's half off. It's $175. The retail is $374. And there's a dog one and a cat one. The thing that's, this just has all dog dog things, and then the other one just has a couple things that are more cat specific. But the thing that's so nice is that all the things that Trisha highlighted that pawTree can help with, that may sound familiar, or maybe you have used pawTree products to get rid of those issues. That is what you can try out here. And you'll see there's some treats, there's salmon oil, there's allergy support, GastroPro Plus, there's joint support, there's some paw pairing seasonings and some chillax. And then there's some samples as well. And then everything that's in that first kit is here plus some. So this is our most popular kit. And I really love it, because another thing is, some people may think, oh, well, what about food? Well, when you join us, you actually get a coupon code for a free bag of food on top of it. So you'll get a free bag of food, plus you'll get this as well. You'll also have the opportunity to earn a free bag of food for a little while as well, but your pet pro that introduced you here tonight can tell you more about that. So that's our most popular kit. This is the cat one we mentioned. It's pretty much the same as the dogs, but you'll see that there are two more cat-specific treats. All the treats are fine for cats or dogs, but these ones are just a little bit smaller, and they have like a little bit more cat-specific proteins that sound like, oh yeah, a cat would love that, like salmon and whitefish. So, but you also see there's a cat-specific, which one is it? Oh, the joint support is cat-specific. And I think that's it as far as cat-specific things. So this is a great one. If you have a cat, it's great to have something that you can try with your cats as well. This third pack is actually the ultimate product pack. This is $299. It's over half off here, and you'll get more. You'll get a few cat things, you'll get dog things, and you get also some topicals, which is our flea and tick spray, our ear wash and dry, our skin support plus, and then you get some cleanup supplies that are incredible as well, which is our OxyShot for stains, and then for our urine eliminator, that's an enzymatic cleaner so you can help prevent, you can clean up and help prevent remarking. So incredible things, and there are a couple other things I didn't highlight, like the hairball support and that kind of stuff. But this is the ultimate product pack. This is actually what I started with, and if money is not an option for you, I highly recommend this product pack for sure. Okay, so the next slide, that's it for tonight. So I'm going to let Trisha wrap up for the night, since I kind of started us out.
Yeah, I'll just really end with, I love this slide, envision a life that you love, now live it, because it just comes full circle. I mean, I was one that in the beginning I was asked those questions, what would I do with an extra $1,000 a month or a week or a year? And truly, it's one of those things that allowed me to dream for the first time. I'd be happy to share my story at another night. I won't go into the details here, but Paw Tree truly has changed our life for the better. I mean, I'm doing things I never dreamed were possible. So I am living the life that I only had wished for. It's now something I'm actually living. We're traveling, we're enjoying remodeling, we're remodeling our house, we paid off debts, we pay cash for cars now. There's things like Amber talked about, like the stress of, we thought our AC went out today, and I was like, it's okay, I'm not panicked. I mean, 6 years ago, I would have been in tears. I would have been crying, like, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? And I don't have to worry about those things anymore. Paw Tree has truly paved the way and provided that income for us. That's just been really remarkable. So I'm forever grateful that I took that first step. I promise you, if there's any part of you that wants to make this work, it can happen. Let me be proof of that. I had no sales experience. I had low confidence in myself, low belief in the industry as a whole. I just really wanted something different. I wanted it so bad I could taste it. And I thought, I love pets. That's about the only thing I had going for me at the time, is I love pets. So if I can do it, I promise you can do it too. So get with the pet pro that invited you here tonight, claim your $10 gift card, and use it to either try a product or enroll to be a pet pro. We'd love to see you as part of the Paw Tree family in one way or another. So thanks so much for joining us tonight. We'll be here again tomorrow. Not Amber and I, but another set of pet pros. So if you decide to join, bring somebody here tomorrow night and share the same message. There'll be another presentation tomorrow. So thanks again for being here, and we will talk with you later, hopefully in the Paw Tree family. Thanks so much. See ya.
Good night.
Good night.